as we said, elevation of the scapular tilt.
This one should I go back later again?
Did we also say posterior rotation did as well? So, sorry, posterior tilt also helped. So, what, to be able to facilitate that, so can you do your movement up to here? Just want to see if we can help. So that brings it on? Yeah? Okay, so to upwardly elevate, we could do a shrug type movement, but then we've got tightness through here, and that could be levator scapula as well. What I would also like to work on is that posterior tilt, and the muscles that are going to help that are more your lower trapezius, pulling that inferior angle down and stapling it down onto the thoracic. So instead of going towards trying to do some sort of shrug and back, what we're going to try is getting some more medial stabilizer, focusing on your lower trapezius. And the way that I'm going to suggest we try that is just thinking a little bit wide through your shoulders, so that that's looking well, is working quite nicely. And then we're going to look at taking along the line of your lower trapezius. So it's going from the spine of your scapula down to sort of T6 to T9. So we're down sort of in this direction with your lower tracts, right? So we're going to use 2 strips along the line of the muscle, attaching anteriorly below the clavicle, no stretch on that. When I come, I'm going to need, sorry, I do it from the back, so just let me do it around here. I'm worried I'll do the wrong thing. Okay, so relax again. Now, we don't want Agnes using his lats here. It's really important when you do it, it's wide, okay? So we've got that working. When I come across the top of the shoulder, I just lift the upper traps because I don't want a traction down and give him a headache, tractioning across the top of the upper traps. And then I'm going down, that's probably a little bit long, but I'm not too worried about that, along the line of the lower traps here. The second one, if we're thinking about, again, coming across the middle from the spine of the scapula across to the spine, thoracic spine, I'm going to go from the anterior aspect of the shoulder, but it's not a humeral relocation, it's just using the shoulder to bring back into the direction. Shoulders wide still, hold, and then tension, let's go 75% across, and that position there. Okay, so now, Agnes, can you just try, please, doing that movement, and does it feel any different? So first of all, you've got to make sure that it's not too low. They need to be able to come up without it rolling up. If you come a little bit low here, that edge will roll up. It's not too bad, but just watch that when you do it. Sorry, can you do that movement again? And what does it feel like?
Supported.
Did you feel your pain?
Not much.
Yeah.
And force until here only feel a bit.
Yeah, good.
Tonight.
Perfect. So that tape I use quite a bit with my scapula. So you can redirect that however you would like to. Other tapes you can use, you can do a scapular sling, which I use rigid tape for, attaching from the front, and it comes up underneath the scapula, and then we lift across here over underneath the inferior border, and then attach over the front here. So when you sit, it sort of hangs onto the tape. But it's a much more aggressive tape. It's much more pulling on the skin. It's not particularly comfortable. It can be good for thoracic outlet. And that's probably when I choose that of my number 1 choice of tape. But otherwise, I find it a bit aggressive for this, because to then go and play badminton with that tape would be quite tricky.
No lah, now you will play. Cannot play.
Okay, so how about try that tape with the kinesiology tape, and then we'll move on to exercise.
Okay.